Grandma Tsida was always an intriguing figure in the family. With her enigmatic smile and eyes that seemed to hold a world of secrets, she was the soul of family gatherings. However, there was one thing everyone talked about: the mysterious attic locked away tight. This forbidden space had become the center of many rumors and speculations. The stories circulating about the attic were fit for a mystery novel. Some said Grandma Tsida kept valuable relics from a distant past up there. Others swore there were old documents that could change the family's destiny. There were even those who suggested the attic held a dark secret, something that, if revealed, would bring unimaginable consequences. Grandma Tsida, for her part, was a master of deflection. Whenever someone mentioned the attic, she would change the subject with the skill of an illusionist. "Oh, my dear, what do you think of this carrot cake?" Or, "Look how beautiful the garden is this time of year," were her favorite responses. She never, ever, gave away a hint about what was up there. The grandchildren, curious as cats, tried everything to uncover the secret. But Grandma Tsida, with her finely tuned sixth sense, always seemed one step ahead. "Don't go up there. It's very dusty and dangerous," she would say, her voice mixing concern with authority. And so, the attic remained shrouded in a fog of mystery, like a page of a book that was never turned. It was fascinating to see how Grandma Tsida embodied the attic itself, full of untold stories and undisclosed mysteries. Every time someone passed by the locked door, you could almost feel a breeze of curiosity and suspense. The attic became a symbol of everything we didn't know about our own history, a metaphor for the secrets each of us keeps in our hearts. And so, with the attic locked and secrets well kept, life went on. But, as in any good story, fate had other plans. The day when the attic door would be opened was approaching, and with it, a revelation that would change everything. On a quiet afternoon, with sunlight filtering through the curtains in the living room, Grandma Tsida made an unexpected mistake. Her normally meticulous routine seemed to have relaxed a bit. The attic door, usually locked with the care of a closely guarded secret, had been left ajar. And there, in the quiet of the home, fate was about to make its move. Her grandson Pedro, a young man with curiosity as bright as a lighthouse on a stormy night, couldn't let this opportunity slip by. He had always been fascinated by the mystery of the attic, an invisible force pulling him toward that closed door. When he noticed it was slightly open, his heart raced with anticipation and excitement. Finally, the chance to unravel the enigma that had fueled his imagination for so many years was within his reach. Pedro climbed the stairs with a mix of caution and enthusiasm. The wood creaked under his feet, almost as if whispering warnings. As he pushed open the door, a smell of dust and something undefinable, almost metallic, invaded his nostrils. The light coming through the small attic window cast shadows that danced like ghosts of a forgotten past. He stepped onto the floor, covered by a layer of dust, and his eyes slowly adjusted to the dim light. What he found up there was like a dream intertwined with nightmares. The attic was filled with old objects, each with its own story. In the farthest corner, there was an aged wooden trunk, covered by a thick layer of dust. Pedro hesitated for a moment, but curiosity drove him to open the trunk. The creak of the lid lifting was almost like the sound of a secret being released. Inside the trunk, Pedro found a collection of items that seemed to have come straight out of a fairy tale, but with a touch of dark mystery. There were yellowed letters with old seals, photographs of unknown people and clothes from past eras, and a leather-bound book with a rusty lock. Each object seemed to have an aura of significance, as if they were waiting for someone to reveal their stories. Among the items, one portrait stood out, a painting of a young woman with a deep, melancholic gaze. She wore an old dress and seemed to watch Pedro with an unsettling intensity. The grandson felt a shiver run down his spine. There was something in those eyes that seemed to plead for an untold story, a mystery begging to be uncovered. Pedro's mind spun with possibilities, like a whirlwind of theories and assumptions. The attic was full of echoes from a past that had been carefully hidden, but now, somehow, was unfolding before him. The discovery of that space, with its secrets and mysteries, seemed to mark the beginning of something he couldn't yet fully understand, but that would certainly change everything. Pedro was paralyzed, holding the portrait of the young woman while his mind tried to process the whirlwind of information. The attic, once a place of mystery and speculation, now revealed a palpable truth. With his heart racing, he knew there was something of immense value there. A secret that seemed to shape not only the past but also the present of his family. The decisive moment came when Pedro descended from the attic, the portrait in hand, and found his grandma Cida in the living room. She was tidying up a bit, and for a brief moment, seemed relaxed and unaware of what was about to happen. However, upon seeing Pedro with that object, her face changed instantly. Shock, disbelief, and despair mingled in her eyes, creating a picture of pure agony. Cida tried to approach Pedro, but the shock was so overwhelming that she could barely speak. Words tangled in her throat, and before she could do anything, Grandma collapsed on the floor, unconscious. Pedro, in panic, tried to wake her, but to no avail. He rushed to call for help, his heart pounding as he tried to decide what to do with the newly discovered secret. While waiting for help, Pedro was tormented by an agonizing dilemma. He had uncovered something that clearly shook the family's foundation, and the responsibility of deciding what to do with this information now rested in his hands. Should he keep the secret, respecting his grandmother's wishes and avoiding further upheaval? Or should he tell the family, revealing the truth and potentially triggering a series of events that could forever alter how everyone saw Grandma Cida and the family's history? The weight of the decision felt almost physical, an invisible burden pulling him down. Pedro found himself in a moral limbo, doubt and guilt making every second drag on like an endless nightmare. The revelation of the secret not only destabilized Grandma Cida, but also threatened to disrupt the very essence of the family. The dilemma was clear: keep the secret and preserve order, or reveal it and risk a whirlwind of emotions and potential misunderstandings. With Grandma still unconscious and help arriving, Pedro knew that the decisions he made in the coming moments wouldn't be easy. The secret he had discovered was a key to something much larger, and now, he needed to decide whether this key should be used to open a new door or remain locked, buried in the mystery of the attic. The secret hidden in Grandma Cida's attic was not just a physical artifact but a crucial piece of a much larger puzzle. After the revelation, Pedro began to dig deeper, driven by the need to understand the impact of this secret on his family and on his grandmother herself. What Pedro uncovered was actually an old and tragic story that had been carefully hidden for generations. At the bottom of the trunk, besides the portrait of the young woman, were a series of letters and documents telling the tale of a forbidden romance and a series of events that changed the course of Grandma Cida's life and her family's. The young woman depicted in the photos was actually Cida's mother, a woman who had been forced to abandon her true love and dreams due to relentless circumstances. These letters revealed painful details of a past marked by betrayals and tough choices. Cida's mother had married a man who was not her true love, due to family and social pressures. The secret Grandma Cida had been guarding was related to this forbidden romance and the suffering her mother endured. As her mother's daughter and heir to her pain and silence, Cida had decided to keep these events a secret to protect her mother's memory and preserve the family's image. The significance of the secret for Grandma Cida was deep and personal. She believed that revealing the past could destabilize the family and tarnish her mother's memory. Moreover, there was a sense of shame and a need to protect future generations from the suffering and judgment she had experienced. The secret was a way to honor her mother's memory, keeping it untouched by criticism and speculation. The revelation of this secret had a profound impact on Grandma Cida. Realizing that the secret had been exposed was devastating. She not only lost control over the narrative of her own life and the family history, but also saw her attempts to protect her mother's memory crumble. The emotional pain she experienced upon seeing her story finally exposed was so intense that, in a moment of vulnerability, she collapsed, as if the weight of the past was too much to bear. For the family, the revelation brought a new understanding of the events that shaped their lives. The exposed secret was not just a stain on the family history, but a window into the complexity of the emotions and choices that defined their ancestors. The discovery forced everyone to confront the raw reality of their pasts, challenging the idealized view they had of Grandma Cida and revealing the humanity and fragility that had been carefully hidden. Once revealed, the secret became a symbol of the emotional cost of choices made in the name of family protection and honor. The story was not just an echo of the past, but a profound reflection on the weight of choices and lies that shape families and their histories. The revelation of the secret hidden in Grandma Tsida's attic had a profound impact on the entire family, irreversibly changing the dynamics among its members and bringing forth a range of emotions and reflections. When the truth came to light, reactions were varied and intense. Some family members felt a wave of shock, while others experienced a mix of relief and sadness. There were those who were upset about being kept in the dark for so long, and others who felt betrayed for not knowing the real story about Grandma Tsida. The family environment became charged with heated discussions, attempts to understand and process the new reality, and a new level of introspection about the past and its implications. The relationship with Grandma Tsida underwent a significant transformation. Once seen as an unshakable and protective figure, she was now perceived in a new light. A woman who carried a deep emotional burden and whose actions and decisions were shaped by unspoken pain. Some family members grew closer to her with more empathy and understanding, seeing her as a person with her own weaknesses and conflicts. Others, however, distanced themselves, struggling to reconcile the idealized image they had of her with the raw reality they had just uncovered. The discovery of the secret brought deep and transformative lessons to the family. The first lesson was the importance of honesty and open communication. The secret, though initially protected with good intentions, ended up creating a rift between family members. The lack of transparency led to misunderstandings and hurt feelings, demonstrating that truth, even when painful, is essential for cohesion and trust within a family. Additionally, the revelation highlighted the need to face and accept the past. Grandma Tsida's story, with its complexities and pains, revealed that everyone has a personal history that influences their actions and decisions. Recognizing and accepting these stories can be a crucial step toward healing and building more authentic and understanding relationships. Finally, the experience made it clear that forgiveness and understanding are fundamental. Although the secret caused pain and distance, it also offered the opportunity to learn more about oneself and others. By dealing with emotions and new realities, the family had the chance to unite around a new understanding and respect for the stories each person carries. From this discovery, the family began to rebuild their relationships, no longer based on illusions but on a shared truth that, though painful, offered a path to a deeper and more meaningful connection. The secret, though a burden, also became an opportunity for growth and renewal, showing that sometimes facing the truth is the first step toward true understanding and unity.